Hello and welcome to the demo video for WP Review Machine. Just real quickly, we're going to kind of go through the back end and just explain kind of some of the settings and what they mean and how it all works. It's not all very complicated. You just install the plugin and activate it, and then here's what you'll see on the left here. Here's the WP Review Machine settings. Let's just go through each one and what it means. Now, if you want to test it out, and you're fine with just the defaults, you just want to use all the defaults and go, that's fine, but do come in here and actually save the settings once, and that kind of sets everything in motion. If you don't save the settings at least one time, sometimes some wonky things can happen with the plugin. So what you'll see here is what we're going to consider a bad rating, a neutral rating, and a good rating. This is mostly because some companies only want to consider it a good rating, only want them to encourage people to post it somewhere else if it's a 5-star rating. And in that case, it would be like this, where we'll say 5 stars to 5 stars. For example, though, if you just wanted 4 or 5 stars to be considered a good rating, you could push this down and make a neutral rating be 3. Or, you could even lower that and lower that. So it's up to you, whatever whatever you want to do there. Just that gives us a little bit of flexibility. So we can customize some of the things as far as, what does it say when they submit a review? What page do you want to be sent to? Now, you'll notice when you installed this plugin that it automatically created 3 new pages: bad reviews, good reviews, and neutral reviews. Now, you can go in here and edit the text. We have some basic text that just says, for example, this is if they submit a bad review, it'll say, thank you, we appreciate you took the time to review our business. We're sorry. What can we do to make it right? On the other hand, if they leave a good review, it says positive things and encourages them to leave the review somewhere else to kind of spread the word. So that can all be edited in the pages here. And you can set which page that is here, although you really probably won't need to because it's already done for you. Here you can enter what emails are going to be notified when someone submits a review. And here you can specify what the headline and the subheadline will be on the page where they're reviewing everything. So that are those settings. If you go down to review sites, this is where you can set up where they're going to go. So by default, there's Facebook, Google, and Yelp. And you can add the link in here where you want them to go. So now they've left a good review. We're going to say, hey, why don't you also leave a good review on our Facebook page? And then the link to that page is going to be posted right here. Same with Google, same with Yelp. And then you can add another with the name, the link to the custom review site, and you can put the logo right there and click save. So here's the review pop-up. This is for if you want a pop-up to come up on the homepage or on any other page that asks them to submit feedback. This can be done depending on what the traffic is like on the client site. We could put this on the homepage so just everybody sees it. On the other hand, if there's a certain page or group of pages that people that have already bought the product or service from our client that they'll tend to go to, maybe a payment page, like an invoice page, we could put the pop-up on there. And so we're more likely to get people that have already purchased and have an opinion as far as what they want to rate our client. So these settings, the pop-up delay means how many seconds after the page loads do you want the pop-up to happen? And right now it's set to 1. Snooze time. So this is the non-annoyance thing. If they see this pop-up and they close it out, how long do we want to wait before they see it again? If it's set to 0, it'll just be the next time they load that page. But if it's set to 60, for example, they wouldn't see it again for 2 months. Do we want to display the pop-up on the home page? Yes or no? If not, or if so, what other pages should the pop-up display on? And we can choose here, what pages we want it to pop up on. And where should it appear on the screen? Center just puts it kind of right in the middle there, but you can, if you want it to appear somewhere else, you can choose from that list. And then here we can go and manage the reviews. Here's just some tests that I did earlier. So here's some reviews that people have left on the site, and we can go through. And when it says approve review, it basically just means approve it to be displayed. So if we're going to display reviews, we only want to display reviews that we are sure that we want people to see. We don't want someone to throw a bad or unreasonable rating in there and then have it just start showing up on the site right away. So we need to go in here and check these to approve it. They approve automatically as soon as you check them. You don't have to click a submit button. And that's all. So that's the settings. So if we go here to the home page, and let's refresh the screen for a minute, we'll see the pop-up here. So here's the headline, here's that sub-headline that we saw earlier, and now we can rate and type the review. And so clients can do this. They submit the review, and they're going to be taken, because I left a 5-star review, to this page where it thanks them for their feedback. It allows them to copy and go to one of these links that they can then paste the review on. So again, if they left a poor review, it would go to a page similar to this, but it would not give them those links, and the text would be different. Now, if we go to pages here, we can set up a page like this one I set up called Review Us, and I just put this short code in here, WP Review Machine. Now, if we go here, you'll see that now this is a page where someone can go. It's not a pop-up. We could send people directly here so that they can do the exact same thing. So they can review the client and get that same funnel. But this time it's on an actual page. So we can put this URL on a business card or a postcard, or even create a new domain. What I do for some of my clients is like ratedrjohnson.com or something like that, but it'll just redirect to whatever page we have on Dr. Johnson's website that that has this form on it. So so that's it in a nutshell. That's what everything does. There's 2 more short codes. Let's see, where was that? Let's go back here. And you can see the 2 other short codes. If we paste this short code here into any page or sidebar or anything, it will display the 5 or however many the user specifies, that many of the most recent reviews that have been approved in the back end. This probably won't be used as often, but you can basically put the ID of an element. So basically, if they mouse out of an element on the screen, the pop-up will come up. That since it shows up on the homepage, that's less likely to be used, but it is a possibility if that's useful for the client. So that is it in a nutshell. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them. And thanks again.